This February break, the New York State Council of Churches is hosting a trip to the United Nations entitled the Annual Youth Leadership Forum. Church youth from around the state of New York will gather at the Church Center across the street from the UN to discuss how to be involved as peacemakers at home and abroad. The forum is modeled on those run by the Central New York Presbyteries, whose public advocacies coordinator, Brooke Newell, led the two-day trip to help our youth discover some of the problems facing our world and what they can do about them. In past years, we have delved into topics such as global poverty, child soldiers, slave trafficking, climate change, and forced migration. We not only learned about these issues, but a good part of our time is spent discovering and brainstorming what we can do to advocate change right where we live.
Going on the trip really changed the way that I kind of live my life at home. I tried as hard as possible to eat less food and to not go out of my way to buy from big chain stores or to buy fast food or to drink big name products. I tried to go more naturally grown and more organically and homegrown food. And as a result of all that I learned on the trip, we decided as a church to put on the Stand Up for Hunger event, in which we have a number of bands coming to play to try to raise awareness to people in the community and in the area about hunger and its impact on world culture.
Efforts such as Will's have blown the roof off some churches. Our two-day trip includes a guided tour of the United Nations, dynamic speakers from the staff of the UN itself, workshops and group projects focused on making real changes in our world. And at night, we get to play in the city that doesn't sleep. Indeed, the trip is fun, but ultimately it is about responding to Jesus' challenge. Truly, I tell you, just as you did it to one of the least of my family, you did it also to me. Jesus reached out to the poor and the victimized of his time. He calls people to do the same. This means you. No matter how young you are, young people can indeed turn the world God's side up. We just have to care enough to make a difference. Do you believe you can make a difference in your world? So are you eager to learn and have fun? Are you willing to tackle hard questions about your own life and the life of other people in far corners of the world? You will come home tired, but changed for the better for having learned something both mind and spirit stretching.
A group of adults and 9th through 12th graders will travel to New York City to visit the United
February
Nations
break.
for 2 very full days.
Contact the Advocacy Ministries Coordinator, Brooke Newell, today. Space is limited, so act today.